Meghan actually win this battle between a major, in fact, well, what can you say, media organisation as ever. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today. Nice to have your company. Whatever you're doing, do take care of yourselves. I know a lot of people say, Neil, look out for yourself over there in London. I do, don't you worry. You have to, don't you? If we don't, there's the problem. Now, by the way, I know I often say this. Now, for anybody out there, of course, also, just to let you know, we've got this wonderful carol concert coming up with the Princess of Wales. And I really just wanted to say, that for everybody who's sort of going through a difficult time right now, like she has over the last year, try and take that as a bit of inspiration. Do you know what I mean? I know it's different. She's come from a different background, very nice, healthcare, all that sort of stuff. But nonetheless, as a person, she's had to get out there and do it. And I think, we should be inspired by people like that because it's hard, isn't it? She's just human as everybody else. And I've been told from an excellent source that Catherine, as I say, still has good and bad days. And the fact that she's ploughing on with something that means a lot to her, we could all learn that lesson, couldn't we? I'm not lecturing you, but you know what I mean, as chums, I'm just saying, think about that sometimes. We all need somebody to shove us forward just to think, just get on with it. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. This was a shocker, wasn't it, earlier this year? That's right, of course. The Hollywood Reporter basically saying that Meghan Markle was a demon boss, a diva duchess, diva in high heels, the usual plethora of stuff. And, of course, the biggest problem, really, that happened for Meghan was this was so damaging to her brand. I mean, whatever people think, it really sort of put people off. Literally on the back of that, of course, we had Josh Settler disappearing off, after 3 months, couldn't really hack it. Whichever way you look at it, Meghan could dress it up, but really it was not his thing. I've been told from an excellent source he couldn't win. And by that, make of that what you will. Tried everything, but no, it was never really good enough, as ever, allegedly. But now, apparently, Meghan and Harry are very, very angry because during this particular fight with the Hollywood Reporter, they claimed that they had signed affidavits from former staff members, including a staff member that's currently still in the employ of the Montecito duo out there. Now, apparently, according to Meghan's team, they're pushing hard to find out who this particular individual is. Not only is it a security scare, but of course, for Meghan herself, she feels that actually, how can she actually concentrate on work knowing that there's a rogue person amongst her who's willing to drop and say and do anything at a moment's notice? Now, I can understand that. If you're in a position like that, you think to yourself, somebody in this room isn't necessarily working with me, they're working against me. The problem is, of course, the Hollywood Reporter are not allowed to reveal their sources. So again, it gets very convoluted, very difficult, very quickly. But according to a source, Meghan's team are trying to push hard to find out exactly, is that true or is that a red herring to remove any idea of working out exactly who the former staffers were that have done turncoat and dished the dirt on working inside the Montecito mansion. Either way, it's escalating, and either way, whether the editor thinks he can sidestep this is going to be even more interesting because clearly Meghan, when she gets a bit between her teeth, is not going to give in. So whether the Hollywood Reporter thought the fight was over, according to excellent sources inside the world of Montecito, well, apparently not. It's just the start. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.